What is going on out there, YouTube? John the Laser Blue Junkie coming back at you again after a severe long delay, which I wholeheartedly apologize for. Had a lot of family issues been cropping up, specifically with my mother. She had surgery on her knee, so I've been helping her out around the house a lot, but finally have some free time to finally do an update video with you guys, but it's going to be a good one. Got a ton of LaserDiscs, Blu-rays, and DVDs to show you guys that I've picked up over the last 2 or 3 months. So as always, we're going to kick it off with LaserDisc Forever members. First member we're going to do is Alfredo Amadio, who got me this copy of Night Wars. Never actually seen it, but I've heard good things about it, so it's one movie I've been meaning to check out. Next person we're going to do is Ray Cruz. Ended up getting this weird little movie from him called Fugitive Samurai. Never heard of it, but it looked like a nice piece of cheese, so figured it was worth my time. One I've been on the hunt for a very long time. Finally got a copy of Hellhole. Another one I've never seen, but again, heard nothing but good freaking things about. This one ended up being a freebie from him because I had ordered a movie that he no longer, that was cracked actually. I tried ordering Lady Chatterley's Lover from him, mainly because it was a Canon flick, but he said the disc was cracked, so he gave me this in place. The Mummy's Shroud, brand new factory sealed. Never seen this one, but it's a Hammer flick, so I've been trying to get all my Hammer discs knocked out. And this last one, again, another movie I've been on the hunt for a while, never released to DVD or Blu-ray. Not a great movie, but Deadly Harvest, again, never seen it, been wanting to see it. Has a very young Kim Cattrall in it, so very interested in checking that out. Next person up, Matt Sherman, who I've done plenty of business with before. Finally got a copy of Masters of Menace. I actually own this on VHS. Never released to DVD or Blu-ray, but man, is this a funny freaking movie. If none of you have seen it, try to track it down at your best way, because this is such a great movie if you've never seen it. Another movie that's never been released to DVD or Blu-ray that I've been wanting to check out, There Goes the Neighborhood, Jeff Daniels and Catherine O'Hara. Been wanting to see this one too. I remember seeing this on the video store shelf all the time when I was younger. Next person we got Dave Sherman, no relation. Hooked me up with a couple of movies I've been wanting to see. This one specifically, The Stay Awake. This is on DVD, but it is severely out of print. Copies go for like anywhere between $50 and $80, so I figured the LaserDisc was a nice happy medium for that. Another one I've been wanting to see, thankfully no rot on this one, Stuff Stephanie in the Incinerator. Not trying to go after a full Troma set, but any Troma movie I can get for a decent price, I will always hop on them. And lastly, this one's going to need to get the third one, and then I'll be good to go on this one, Maniac Cop 2, which I actually prefer to Maniac Cop 1. Such a great movie. Would just love to get a copy of the third one on LaserDisc. This one I actually got in the mail today from Pierre-Calise Thurston, a Corey Haim flick that I have been chasing down for about 5 or 6 months now. Never pops up cheap, but he had it on eBay. But it was like a funny thing. I bought it off of eBay, and then I found out it was Pierre-Calise, who I've done business with, so I'm like, oh, dude, cool, I just bought this from you. Dream Machine with Corey Haim. Never seen this one because it's like really, really hard to come by, so glad to have a copy of this. Another seller who we've had, a few of us have had some wheelings and dealings with, who I'm not going to get into it too much. Ralph Vaccaro, got 4 titles from him. Actually 5, but one of them was like death rotted, so I'm not even going to bother. This one, been wanting to check this one out, the Hanoi Hilton Canon flick, so, but it's supposed to be one of Canon's art house movies, so again, one of those movies I wanted to check out. Got this one for free from him due to a screw up in shipping. Witchcraft 2, never seen it, but it's a witchcraft flick, so why not? This one been wanting to get for quite some time. Was very happy to see that he had this. Again, got this for free. The Paperboy, never been released to DVD or Blu-ray over here in the States, so yeah, really happy to have a copy of that. And finally, one of the only Jeff Speakman movies I've been wanting to track down for quite some time, and not available on DVD or Blu-ray in the US. There is a DVD released overseas, but it is only in full screen, so this is the only way to see it in widescreen. The Expert. Just watched this last week. As of now, this is my favorite Jeff Speakman flick compared to, what is it, Street Night or The Perfect Weapon. I still have yet to see the Operation Endgame or whatever it was, like the 4th movie he did. I'm trying to track down a copy of that. Alright, next person we got up, got this in the mail on Friday. Deanna Gomez got me a copy of this. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but this is one hard Laserdisc to come by. Doesn't go for too much money. It's like a $20, $30 movie, but finally glad to have a copy of it, so I can at least say I got both movies on Laserdisc. Got this one from Ryan Cushing. Saw this, that he had this posted on eBay, but then I contacted him directly and said, hey, how much would you sell this to me for? He gave me a price. I said, sure, let's do it. Finally got a copy of Radioactive Dreams. Still has yet to been released to DVD or Blu-ray. Great flick. I think it's due to maybe the soundtrack or rights issues why this thing will never come out, but such a great, great Albert Pune flick. All right, next person up we got is Drake Moreno, who gave me a massive hookup on the next 4 things, or 5 things that you're going to see. So I got Twin Peaks Season 1, Volume 1. Because Volume 1 is pretty much just all of Season 1, so that's pretty cool. And then next we got Twin Peaks Volume 2. This is Season 2, Part 1. And we got Twin Peaks Volume 3. So this is Season 2, Part 2. There we go, show that off right there. We also have, oh god, these are falling. All right, there we go. We also have Twin Peaks Volume 4, and this is the 3rd part to Season 2. And lastly, also have a copy of Twin Peaks Firewalk with me. I think I showed this in the last video. I do have the whole entire series of Twin Peaks on Blu-ray, but been wanting to get them on Laserdisc just because, and finally got them for like a really, really good deal. So it was, I could not say no to that price. So Maxine Davlin's getting me a copy of the pilot episode. Should be coming in the mail almost any day now, but haven't gotten it yet. So I think, yeah, we are down to the last of the Laserdisc Forever members, or I should say a former Laserdisc Forever member who gave me a great deal, or I should say helped me out really good on 3 of these movies that I've been dying to get forever. Jeremiah Johnson, by the way, who helped me out a lot. Finally got a copy of Ghoulies on Laserdisc. No OBI on this, but this one was one of the few Japanese releases that didn't have an OBI strip, so really glad to have this. And Jeremiah also, and the other person who gets a shout out for helping me for this is Kevin Kobos, who really, really helped me out. There was a auction on Bai that was only available for purchase in Japan, and Jeremiah pointed it out to me, and there were only, there were no bids on it. There was 1 bid on it, actually, and it had 6 hours left. I scrambled, got a hold of Kevin Kobos. He acted as proxy for me, and he ended up winning this lot for me. Anything else I got in that lot, I've already sold it to most of you guys. Some of you know who you are. But there were 2 things out of that lot that I wanted more than anything else. And I kept them, believe me, I kept them. One is the Japanese pressing of Halloween. This is basically kind of like the Criterion version, the single disc Criterion. Then full of CLV, it has the trailers at the end. So this is pretty much like a Japanese Criterion collection, which is really cool. But one of my holy grails that I've been chasing down for God knows how long, never ever pops up, consistently sells for $100+, and this sucker is in near mint condition, rot free. Happy to finally have the Japanese widescreen edition of Halloween 2. You do not know how long I have been searching this down. As a diehard Halloween fan, I had to get my hands on this. So with this, the John Carpenter collection that I've been touting that was done for so long is finally frickin' finished. So we will eventually do a John Carpenter on Laserdisc retrospective video somewhere down the line as soon as I get a chance. So that is it for the Laserdisc Forever members. Now we are on to local pickups and eBay. So went to Half Price Books and found this oddity called 8 Million Ways to Die. Never seen it, but it looked like really interesting because it has Jeff Bridges and Rosanna Arquette on the front, so I was really sold right off of the cover. So that was really cool. One that I was really shocked to find over at a Half Price Books for, it was originally $5.99, but the manager thought it was priced too high, so he gave it to me for $2.99. Mainly because I told him that there's a possibility this is going to be rotten, and I won't be able to watch it. But to my surprise, it is pretty much rot-free. That is Double Team with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dennis Rodman. Say what you will, people can dog this movie all they want. I love this freaking movie. It is so cheesy. It is so damn funny, and I love it to death. We are on to Goodwill finds, but this Goodwill find, believe it or not, yeah, Goodwill finds. I never get to find anything at Goodwill. My buddy Chris Larson, shout out to him. He went to the Goodwill out by his job. Someone had donated a whole bunch of Laserdiscs, And when he told me they had this for $3.99, I couldn't say no to it, because this puts me one away from having all three. And that is the Criterion Collection of From Russia with Love. This is the 2-disc gatefold edition. And now I just need to get a copy of Dr. No, and I got all three of them. But Dr. No, I think, is going to be hard to get. One that I actually bought, or he bought for me as well when he was there, because I couldn't say no to this for $2.99. Oh God. Funny, funny movie. Have this on DVD. The cast alone makes this movie amazingly good. So glad to have that. Now here's a name that you never get to see me drop. The Salvation Army, of all places, had some LaserDiscs come in. They actually had a player come in first, but then there were no discs anywhere to be found. But then over the coming weeks, they finally got the discs out on the floor. I thumbed through. They were $1 each or $2 each, but I waited the next week and got them for $1 each because of the half off. So I ended up picking up the open matte version of Back to the Future. I already have, you know, the widescreen trilogy. I have the Japanese trilogy. But, you know, everyone knows that this particular version was shot open matte. It's been compared on many websites. This is an open matte presentation of Back to the Future. So had to see it in a different light. This one I was really happy to find, as I'm a big fan of the reboot Outer Limits TV show that they did in the 90s. And unfortunately, here in the States, we still don't have a complete series of that on DVD. They did release it in Canada, but like seasons 2 through 6 are all edited for the because the show was broadcast on Showtime here in the United States, and then it was also broadcast in syndication. The Showtime broadcasts were completely uncensored, but the syndicated broadcasts had like nudity and bad language, you know, edited out. So when they released it in Canada, they were all based off of the syndicated masters from seasons 2 through 6. On season 7, it went to the Sci-Fi Channel, so they were all edited pretty much, no bad language. But anyway, now to get back on topic, got a copy of Sand King's Outer Limits. This is the pilot episode. This is like a little mini movie, which is like freaking incredible. I love this episode. I love that whole series. I really wish we would, you know, get the whole thing on DVD, at least uncut. I heard rumblings of it supposedly coming out from this new company who did Poltergeist: The Legacy, but I don't even know if that's coming out, so we'll see. And last but not least, from the Salvation Army, I was originally selling this. I still don't know if I am, because I really would like to have a copy of this. Revenge of the Nerds. What can you say? It's Revenge of the Nerds. Phenomenal film. One of my all-time favorite comedies. Love this movie to death. So now we are on to eBay purchases. Had to get this brand new factory sealed for, I think, $8 shipped. Heaven's Gate. You've been hearing me, if you follow me on Instagram or any of my other pages, I've been talking a lot about Heaven's Gate recently. So yeah, finally got this on LaserDisc. This was brand new and sealed. This has the AC3 5.1 track. Great, you know, it's a good transfer, but you can tell it's been taken like a generational print. It's nothing like a high definition scan or anything like that. It was just taken from a really old print. But still, that sound, it was just cool to have. This one I got for $10. Couldn't believe it. Brand new and sealed, but I opened it, of course. I was a teenage zombie. Never seen it because it's elusive to find on DVD, so had to get the LaserDisc. One of my Moonbeam / Charlie Band flicks that I've been had in my save list, I kid you not, for about a year or so now. This was sealed as well, but I had to crack it open. But glad to have a copy of this. Freaking Pet Shop. Never seen this, but this gets that Moonbeam collection almost done. Now all I need, I can even tell you what I need. I need Dragon World, I need Remote, I need the Josh Kirby movies, and I think there's like one more I need out of there, but that's pretty much all I need. So, and last but not least, the eBay purchases that were like phenomenal. So if any of you have been watching eBay as of late, there's this new seller that popped up, and some lucky people got some killer deals that they should have never gotten. Like somebody got a brand new copy of The Mummy for $15. Somebody got a brand new Matrix for $15. And then after I found out about that, I immediately put this seller in my watch list. And good timing for me, because I grabbed 3 killer titles from this guy. All late releases, stuff that usually goes for, you know, upper tier money that I got for like really, really cheap. So we will kick it off with Batman Sub-Zero. This is still factory sealed, has yet to be opened. But yeah, Batman Sub-Zero, this is like really hard to find on LaserDisc. So glad to have this one in the collection. This one may not be a great movie, but to have like a late release of this for the $10 I paid, I could not say no to it. The Mod Squad, this is a late release 99 LaserDisc, so really cool to have this. But the big one that I got for a whopping 25 bucks, factory frickin' sealed, and I could not say no to it whatsoever because it is very hard to find. Frickin' Beatles Yellow Submarine AC3 edition. This sucker is like almost impossible to find, and I couldn't believe I got it for so freaking cheap. Like, this should have cost me at least triple what I paid, so I'm very happy to have a copy of this on LaserDisc. So that is it for the LaserDisc, guys. So if any of you just came here to look at LaserDiscs, you're free to go. You can stick around to do the DVD and the Blu-ray pickups, so I always give that. So we are going to start off, we always go in order here, so we're going to go from pawn shops, thrift stores, then we're going to go to regular stores, Facebook Marketplace pickups, etc., etc. So we will kick it off with 2 pawn shop scores that I hit at the same exact place. Got V Season 1 Blu-ray on Steelbook format, even though that does say $10.99 right there. I did not pay that. I only paid $2.99 for this, so that was like a killer freaking deal. Also got, and I had to get this because it was only like $3.99, 4K Transformers The Last Night. I have not seen this yet. I probably won't watch it for a long while, but it was a 4K Blu-ray and it was only $4, so I'm not going to say no to that. Went to Salvation Army, caught them on a half-off day, got a copy of Green Inferno. I have this on digital, but I've been wanting to get a copy of this on Blu-ray. Great movie. I really loved it a lot. One that I was really, really surprised to see at the Salvation Army, because this just came out not even that long ago, and it was in mint condition, and it was only $1. Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Was very happy to get a copy of this, even though I heard it was nowhere near as good as the first. I still want to see it, so there you go. Stopped at my local thrift store and had a couple of phenomenal finds here. So first one I got this for $2. Got the Cinderella Blu-ray Digibook edition from Target. Unfortunately, this is missing the Blu-ray. There is a reason for that. My 1-year-old decided to get into this. I left it out like a fool, and she totally trashed the Blu-ray disc. It is trashed beyond repair. I had to throw it away, but good news for me, there was a guy on eBay sold me Blu-ray only for $5. So I figured $7 in, I can at least make this complete again, so there you go. This one was a shocking, shocking find because I had bought 3 DVDs that day, including this, and she only charged me $1 for all 3. And I was like, okay, I don't know why, but I'm not going to say anything. Buck Rogers in the 25th Century complete series on DVD, so this was really cool. I've never seen this show, but for like 33 cents, I'm not going to say no to grabbing that. Mint condition too, no, not a scratch on any of the discs. And walked in there last Sunday. See there it says $6 right there, but it was half off day, so I only got it for $3. Young Indiana Jones Volume 1, a show I've never actually watched, but glad to have Volume 1 here. Got it for $3, so very happy for that. Went to the Salvation Army. Same day I picked up those LaserDiscs. This had just got announced for Blu-ray, and I was chasing down this DVD for so long. I could never find it out in the wild. Copies on eBay were always asking for so much, and like literally, it gets announced for Blu-ray, and then a week later, it turns up at a Salvation Army. That's just my freaking luck. But Star Chaser, The Legend of Orin. I do have this on LaserDisc. I have mentioned in one of my prior videos that the LaserDisc transfer, the full-frame transfer, is god-awful on this thing, so finally glad to see this in the original widescreen format, so very happy to have a copy of that. Went to 2nd and Charles yesterday. If none of you have one of those stores around there, it's kind of like more of a, I don't want to say a higher-end half-price books, but they're pretty much just like half-price books. But my buddy Chris Larson I told you about, he said, you should go in there one day because knowing you, you will find something that's really hard to find and you will get it for a freaking deal and a half. And sure enough, I hate to say it, he was freaking right, because I went in there yesterday, went to the horror movie section, and I found this for freaking, as you can see right there, it says like $5.65. Freaking copy of Cemetery Man on DVD. This is like a $15, $20 DVD, you know? I'm like, okay, cool. $6 out the door, I am more than happy to pay that price. Have this on LaserDisc, so I know that there are region-free Blu-rays out there of that movie, but I've never tried to get them. I keep holding out hope that we're going to get one. I don't want to waste my money on an overseas copy only to find out a month later we're going to get another one. So, went to Walmart after somebody in one of my horror movie groups posted that he found this, Had to get this Charlie Bronson 4-film pack. You got the Valachi Papers, Breakout, The Stone Killer, and Hard Times. 3 of these titles were originally Twilight Time titles, but from what I understand, these use the exact same transfers, and they look great to me, so for 10 bucks, I was all over that. 7-Eleven, of all places, yes, 7-Eleven had gotten in some $2.99 Blu-rays, and there were some titles I actually wanted to get out of there. This one was not on the list. My store had it for some reason, so I wasn't going to say no. Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, got that for $2.99, so was happy to grab that. 2 movies I never owned. Same with Analyze This, Analyze That, 2 great movies that I never owned before. Have Analyzed This on LaserDisc. Got this for my wife because she loves this movie, Fear, so she was happy to get that for 3 bucks. And last but not least, you can say what you want about Uwe Boll. He has made some stinker movies, you know, I will not disagree with that, but this is one movie that I really like a lot. I think it's hilarious. I think this movie got a bad rap more than anything else he ever did, and that's Postal. This movie is so politically incorrect, but God, it is so freaking hilarious. Seriously, for all you Uwe Boll haters out there, this is the one film of his that you like really need to check out that's based off a video game, because it's actually a really, really funny-ass movie. Don't listen to the critics. It is so funny. I mean, you want to dog House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, Blood Rain, anything like that, go ahead. But this is a great movie. So anyway, went to Best Buy. My wife actually bought this because her Best Buy card was about to expire. Or not expire, they were going to cancel it because she hadn't made a purchase in so long. She says, hey honey, go get a movie. I said, sure, I'll go get a movie, definitely. I'll go pick up Deadpool 2 on 4K, so why not? There you go. Was not my favorite movie so far this year, but this was top 5. I also did buy, and it's not in the stack, I noticed that, Avengers Infinity War, I did buy that. I left that out in the car, unfortunately, so, but rest assured, I do have Avengers Infinity War on Blu-ray. I did buy that, on 4K, actually. That was, like, so far my second favorite movie this year, but as it stands, my favorite film so far this year, nothing has topped this movie because I have seen it countless times, and I watched it at least 3 times since buying this. Frickin' Ready Player One, the Target exclusive edition, 4K Blu-ray. Love, love, love everything about this movie. You can talk about the plot holes, you can talk about anything. The way I see it, this movie was made for every nerd and every geek who could appreciate anything about pop culture. This, so far, is my favorite film this year. I'm hoping that something will beat it, but if not, I am happy with just calling this my favorite film of 2008 so far. So, on to some Facebook Marketplace deals that I found. I actually got these next 2 for free because a lady, a couple, maybe about 5 or 6 miles away from me, said she was giving away DVDs or they were going to go in the garbage can. So, and she had some good titles. Some of them I put in my eBay store. They sold relatively quickly. But 2 of these I wanted just for collectability, even though I'll never watch them. Halloween 2, this is the Good Times version, and Halloween 3, Good Times version. I just wanted to have these old Good Times DVDs because these were like originally when I first got a DVD player back in like 98, 99. These were 2 of the first DVDs I ever bought at Suncoast Video for like 10 bucks each. So yeah, I just wanted to get these back to say I had them again, you know. I found this one guy on the Facebook Marketplace who did a blowout of everything that he had, and I could not believe the prices that he was offering. This is, luckily I was like the first person to get to him, so I got some killer deals. We'll start off with The Founder. Probably paid what it's worth, but I really, really like this movie a lot. This was like one of my favorite movies of 2016 because it was just so freaking entertaining. And literally, if I fast forward through the first 10 minutes, I could just watch this movie in an endless loop. I loved it so much. So yeah, great flick if you've never seen it. Ended up having this. Was very happy that he had a copy of Raw Deal. This is the UK import, but this is 100% region free, and it's very cheap to get online. You can get it on like Amazon UK for less than 10 bucks. So great, underrated Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, but an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie I really like a lot. Couldn't believe I got this for 4 bucks. Criterion Repo Man. Oh, could not believe it. Digibook and Digipack on top of that. Like, this was just an insane grab for $4. So, very happy to have a copy of that. Also got Nighthawks. Been wanting to check this one out again for a while. Saw it years ago. Have it on LaserDisc, but yeah, Nighthawks, 4 bucks. You can't beat that. Got another Criterion that I've been wanting to cross off the list for $4. Frickin' Traffic. My favorite Steven Soderbergh film, still to this day. Can't believe I finally have that. Yeah. Another Criterion. Yes, the Criterion thread continues. Another Criterion that I've been wanting to pick up. Freaking Blowout with Travolta and Nancy Allen, directed by Brian De Palma. Easily one of my top 5 favorite Travolta films, man. Can't believe I got a copy of that for $4. This one, had to pick this one up because it was, because it was part of the lot. Rolling Thunder. Yeah, what can you say, man? It's Rolling Thunder. Great movie. This one, couldn't believe he had this and it was only $4. This is out of print. It goes for like $20, $30 on eBay right about now. Right about now. Okay, watch this video a year from now, maybe it'll be lowered, but as it stands, this is like a $30 Blu-ray. Road Trip. Saw this back in the theater back in 99 or 2000, can't remember, but I remember I got it on DVD in 99. I believe I did. I'm almost sure I did. But yeah, love Road Trip. Great freaking movie. If not 99, it was definitely 2000. I can't really remember. It's been so long. And lastly from this guy, Digibook copy of The Right Stuff on Blu-ray. The movie I've never actually seen, so yeah, Right Stuff, gotta check that out. Had a Facebook seller from the cult movie film exploitation group, yada yada yada. Great group. If you haven't seen that, I should link it to my page and join that place, because I'm telling you, some people sell some good stuff and you get some killer deals, like $10 copy of Rosemary's Baby Criterion Collection. Very happy to have that. Watched that recently. And oh man. Oh man is all I gotta say, because I got this for 40 frickin' bucks, okay? I couldn't say no for $40, even though it's a show I've only seen bits and pieces of. But, oh yeah, Definitive Collection Battlestar Galactica on Blu-ray. Has the widescreen and full screen versions of every episode. Man, I was happy to get my hands on this, because, yeah, it's fucking Galactica. Pardon my French, it's Galactica, you know? Back to one last Criterion here. This was eBay purchase. Had to get this. I got this for like 20 shipped. Heaven's Gate Criterion Collection. So now I've got like this. I've got the LaserDisc. I got both LaserDiscs and I got the VHS. Now I need to get the MGM DVD. I did have the CED, but yeah, I got rid of the CED. So yeah. If you can't tell, I really love Heaven's Gate. I have said it before and I'll say it again for the purposes of this video before we continue. That was a movie that was unjustly savaged by the critics. You know, they would have rather seen Michael Cimino get torn to pieces because of all the controversy behind the scenes and all this other stuff. Like, they didn't even want to review the movie. They just wanted to review the production of the movie, you know. But, you know, thank goodness that time heals some wounds, because we are now 38 years after the premiere. And now it's considered, you know, not one of the greatest films ever made. That's far from it, but it's considered a beautiful film. It's considered a classic, you know, and I'm just glad that more people are being exposed to it in this day and age, because, you know, if you haven't seen Heaven's Gate, you really should invest 3.5+ hours of your time, if you can afford to, and give the movie a shot, because it is well worth your time. We are coming down to the last of it here. These are all internet purchases. I got this directly through Shout Factory because they had a glitch on their website, actually, when they announced Critters on Blu-ray. They also announced that they were having a 20% off sale, but you could not apply it towards pre-orders. But for some reason, when I pre-ordered Critters and I threw this in my cart, I was able to get 20% off my order still. So it was a glitch that I took full-on advantage of and got my copy of the It's Alive trilogy. Didn't get this when it first came out, but, you know, I'm glad I waited, because I got it for a decent price directly from the store. Now it's on sale at like FYE for 20 bucks and Best Buy for 25, so there you go. Of course, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll know my avatar is the Trickster. And of course, you know, when this got announced, I ordered it day one. Freaking Brain Scan, one of my all-time favorite horror films. Love it to death. Haven't even opened it yet. Haven't had a chance. I've been so busy. I haven't even opened up one of my favorite movies yet. I feel so bad. Haven't even opened up this one either. Pre-ordered this from Amazon. Got Last House on the Left. I've been wanting to crack this open, but I haven't had the time. One that I did crack open, that I did pre-order, got the poster, got everything. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Very happy to finally see this. Finally got its light of day on Blu-ray. And last two I got from Amazon UK. So I do not know if what I'm about to show you has been sold out or not. But what I'm going to show you, even though it's from Amazon UK, it is 100, and even though it's advertised as Region B, it's 100% region free. And as it stands, this is the best version of the film to get, and that is Existenz. This is a very, very nice special edition. Has commentaries, behind-the-scenes features. Now, the transfer is a little bit dated. I still don't think that they were able to use a fresh 2K or 4K scan from the negative, but as it stands, it's still the best version of the film on Blu-ray, and it's still the best way to watch it. And again, it's region-free. Now, this is supposed to be limited. I do not know how many copies. I think a couple of thousand. It may be in print still, but I do not know. But this last film I am going to show you is, in fact, out of print. It sold out of its limited run very quickly, and that is Extro. This is like almost the complete edition of Extro. It's like missing a couple of bits and pieces from the documentary, but other than that, it's like 100% complete. This does comprise from the original Image DVD that came out a while ago. So yeah, very glad to have a copy of this. Probably will never get released in the United States due to rights issues because New Line Cinema owns part of the production, but they don't own the whole thing. So like it was kind of like when I talked about Electric Dreams, how Electric Dreams was very easy to release in the UK because it was a Virgin MGM co-production, but since Virgin had the UK territory, it was much easier for them to clear the music rights. So like in the case of Extro, it was much easier for the secondary rights holder to get their own version out there, but out here in the States we'll probably never see it. So it's one of them unfortunate casualties. So before I sign off, I don't want to bust out the remotes, but I have gotten some new toys as of late. I did get 2 LG BH200 Blu-ray / HD DVD combo players. One of them off eBay for like $40 shipped, and then ironically enough, 2 days after I got it off eBay, I found one at the local pawn shop. Both work great. If you've never heard about that model, I will say that the Samsung, I do have the Samsung BDUP 5000, which is another combo player, but that one, while it performs better, the LG actually does region-free Blu-ray playback. It supports multi-region playback with just a simple remote hack, so those are really cool to have if you were on the fence about getting something like that. And lastly, for those of you who didn't hear, I got my dream LaserDisc player. I got my Denon LA3500, arrived safe. Unfortunately, there was a couple of things I did have to fix with it. It needed a brand new loading belt, and the ejecting tray gear ended up getting knocked out of alignment. But lined it back up, got it taken care of. That Denon, I'm telling you, if you've never heard of that Denon, it's literally a Panasonic LX900 on crack, okay? It is like everything the Panasonic 900 should be, so it's one of the greatest LaserDisc players that I've ever encountered, so I don't think I'm ever going to be buying another LaserDisc player again. As it stands, no more players for me. I'm not going after any Japanese models, anything like that. I've got every player I could ever want. I am 100% no longer buying LaserDisc players, so, but anything else I can get cheap, who knows, it'll come my way. So I'd like to thank y'all for hanging out with me for this last 30 minutes or so. Again, I'm really sorry about the holdup. It's just been a crazy last couple of months, but hopefully everything is finally settled down, smoothed out, to where I can start cranking out these videos on a monthly basis, hopefully. Not going to be weekly, but it will be monthly. I do have a couple of things coming in the mail from Shout Factory. I got a couple more LaserDiscs coming in, so don't worry, the arsenal will be rebuilt for the next video. So until then, you guys take care of yourselves and do what I always do. Keep it spinning. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.